All right, guys. I apologize again. My computer died, and so I had to resuscitate it. But I think we are back, and hopefully, you guys are still here. Um, yeah, I can't see the who's here or not. So be sure to leave a message in the chat box here. I lost all of the questions from that were in there previously, so hopefully we can get some more. I do know we were talking about fat and feeling
Yeah,
addicted to it.
getting the test, the omega-3 test, and
Right,
yeah,
right. All right,
for
Tessa's
sure.
back. What's up, Tessa and Sherry? Perfect. All right. Yes, we can see you, Sherry. Thank you. Okay, so yeah, I guess I can't remember exactly where I was at in what I was saying, but my thing would be, you these foods are again going to be part of how you personalize your approach. You don't
Yeah.
have to eat hemp seeds. You don't have to eat chia seeds or
Mhm.
flax seeds. Many people don't eat those at all, and so
Yep,
you just gotta try. Trial and error. I think is the most powerful thing that you can do
absolutely.
for finding a successful way of eating for yourself. And
Yep,
so, yeah, just use some trial and error, see how you feel with it, see how you feel without it, and then make the decision on based on how that makes you feel.
absolutely. Yep, agreed.
All right, cool. Yes, Carl asked. I remember he asked something about um, improving his spiritual practice.
Mm.
I think he said, "Is meditation absolutely necessary in order to connect spiritually, or evolve spiritually?" What do you think about that?
Um, I think that so meditation can be many things to different people. So you could go for a walk in nature with your shoes off, and that could be your meditation. You could go sit at the beach and watch the waves come in. That could be, I mean, I think the point is to quiet the mind, to, you know, detach from our day to day activities. And so, personally, my personal feelings on that is that I do feel that a spiritual practice is necessary, because without the spiritual practice, um, it's very hard to really develop that awareness that we were talking about, and the feeling of what it feels like to have that connection with God, with the divine, with the universe, whatever you want to call it. And so it doesn't have to be sitting in a corner for 5 hours with your legs crossed, chanting. But I think that, in your individual approach, it has to be a devotional practice with the intention of quieting the mind. And so I think that, yes, I think it's necessary, in my opinion.
Yeah, I would agree. Um, I like to think of it as, whatever you're doing, whether you call it meditation or not, it's
Mm,
it's like Shirley said, it's about quieting the mind. And
hmm
also I think it's what I think of it as is just connecting with yourself, right? It's
hmm
it's being
Yeah.
able to connect with who you are and your soul's
Yes.
um, you know, intentions.
hmm
I say intuition is the soul of the or
hmm
the voice of the soul. And
hmm
so quieting the mind so that you can
Yeah.
hear your intuition and really start to embrace and express who you are inside and the creativity that you have within you, as we talked about
Yes.
earlier. I think that is the best way in my current understanding of how to, find peace and happiness and fulfillment in life. And
Yes.
I think that's what people are using meditation for, is to try and achieve that.
Yes.
So yeah, I think any way that you can connect, or any way you can, yeah, connect with yourself is the true goal.
Yeah. But to do that requires the
Yes.
quieting. Like, because there's so many distractions. We're just distracted, left, right, and center.
Yes.
And so to make it's an intentional practice of actually sitting and just like connecting with that part of ourselves. So yeah, absolutely.
Yes, agree. All right. Mallory May had a two-part question. What are true indicators of hunger? And will educating ourselves on true hunger help us decide our own routines?
Hmm. Well, according to, if anyone's done any type of fasting, then the hunger that we all associate in the stomach, feeling that growling, that gnawing, pulling, is not true hunger.
Right.
Hunger is felt more in the mouth and through the saliva and through this way. So, but I feel like to really truly get to that place where we're not feeling that kind of pit in our stomach, it does take a level of detoxification and cleansing to get to that place, even on
Yeah.
on a raw food diet. Um, and so, yeah. And what was the second part of the question?
Will educating ourselves on true hunger help us decide our own routines?
Um, well, yeah, absolutely. Because I feel like if you really have a desire to tap into that, then you might be called to do the necessary practices to actually be able to connect and to actually feel that. So maybe that means doing some water fasting, implementing some juicing, like these types of things where we're giving the digestive system a little bit of a break and be able to connect more to that true hunger so that it's not this in our stomach. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Um, and and also, yeah, I mean, if you're if you're mistaking, toxic hunger for true hunger,
Yeah.
and deciding, you're gonna eat some chocolate covered cashews or something,
Yeah.
of course that's gonna alter your routine because,
Yeah.
you might build the habit of anytime you're stressed or anytime you're, low on, if you're not prepared, you don't have enough
Yeah.
healthy food in your house, you might
Mm.
just default back to these old habits, and
Yeah.
so that's what we build our routines on. We build our
Exactly.
routine on, um, what we have this what decisions we've made in the past. And
Yeah.
so become
Exactly.
yeah, gaining that awareness of are you really hungry, and when you are really hungry, are you making the decisions that you're truly wanting, or are you
Mm.
is that what your body, you think, is that what your body wants, or is that what your mind wants to entertain
Mm.
itself or to distract itself
Yeah.
from what's going on in your life? So
Yeah, for sure.
yeah, again,
And
comes back to
that comes back around to what you talked about earlier, is that paying attention to like how do you feel after you eat something,
yeah.
like again having awareness, being mindful of that, and then asking the question. I feel like if we're really intentional about our questions, the body will give us a response. And the more
Definitely.
we clear out and the more we get out of the way, the more prevalent that inner um, um, the inner talk is, um, when you're trying to figure out, oh, am I hungry, am I not hungry? So yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Hope that helps. We got another question here. Let's see. Sherry says, my question is about COVID. My friend is on an extended juice fast and just tested positive and she has dizziness. Is this a time to break the juice fast, introducing solid foods or smoothies?
Hmm. Well, again, this is all personal, right?
Yeah, right.
I would say that now's the time not to eat. Now's the time to, if even if possible, and you're not feeling well, to not even be juicing, to maybe implement a couple days of just water so the body can truly, heal. If that's not possible for whatever reason, then I would say stay the course. stay on the juices, at least you're not engaging the digestive system as much as you would be if you're going back to eating like, nuts and a big salad and these types of things. So that would be my answer. I would say, try maybe doing a couple days on water, and if that's not possible, then stay on the juicing until you feel better.
Yeah, and again, I mean these questions are so hard to answer because we
Yeah.
don't, I don't know anything about this person, but
Yeah, it's just an opinion, right? Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And if it were me, regardless of what label you want to put on it, okay,
Mm,
so you don't feel well. If I didn't feel well, if I was dizzy, I would look at my hydration before I looked at consuming
yeah.
food, and sleep. I mean,
Mhm.
sleep and
Yes.
liquids, whether that's water or juice. Yeah, I really think that sleep, rest, um, you know,
Yeah. When you're
hydration.
trying to heal,
Yes,
absolutely.
yes. So that's what I would do. Those are the things that
Yeah.
I would focus on. So yeah.
I agree. I agree with you on that 100%.
Okay, let's see. Any other questions? We are at just a few minutes past the hour, so we are technically at the end of the show. I know we had that little hiccup there again. So
Okay.
so yeah, thank you everybody for the questions. I think today's winner is gonna be Carl. Carl is gonna get the ebook 21 Day Raw
Nice.
Transformation Program. So congratulations, Carl. Thank you so much for your questions. They were great questions from everybody. And yeah, Carl, just send me an email at matt@myrawintuition.com and I will send you over that ebook. And I hope you enjoy it. Annie's in the house. What's up, Annie? Thanks for joining. We are actually just finishing up. But Sherylea, do you have any final or closing thoughts that you want to share?
Yeah. So, I mean, just on the topic that we discussed today, finding your unique path, your unique journey is just, I just really want to stress the importance of um, asking the question why and circling back around to developing an awareness of what feels right in the body. I think by just doing those couple of things, it will be such a help to find out what really truly works for you and feels right in your individual body.
Beautiful. Yeah,
Yeah.
100% agree. Yeah, and I again, that's personalization has always been a big part of my approach, and I just think that the people that I see that are so dogmatic almost, if you want to call it that,
Mm,
or just so fixed in doing it one way and one way
right.
only. Those are typically the people that I see not reaching their goals, right? And
Right.
so, um, you know, personalization, flexibility, open-mindedness, introspection, and really just getting that awareness and
Absolutely.
touching in or touching base and connecting with your intuition, that's going to be the best guidance towards your optimal approach and the path that you need to
Absolutely.
take. So yeah, that's what I would end with is just embrace your uniqueness and understand that we're all here to learn from each other, but we're also
Yep.
here to create our own path. And
Yes.
I think that's going to help anybody out there find the right path for themselves is
For
to
them.
take
Yeah.
that mindset.
Totally. Absolutely. I love that.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Sherylea. It's been
Yeah. Thank
amazing,
you.
amazing having you on here and
Thank you
putting
so
up with
much.
my hiccups and all this.
No, it's all good. These are all the little learning curves through along the way. So it's all
Yes.
good.
Thank
Yeah.
thank you. All right, guys. Well, we hope you enjoyed this episode. Tomorrow, since this was a rescheduled episode, usually the shows are only on Sundays. So tomorrow we're going live again, noon Eastern time, with Chris Kendall, and we're going to talk about secrets to long-term success. So it'll be, a close tie-in with today's show. And so I hope you guys will tune in for that and check out Sherylea. Sherylea, where can people find you and follow more of what you're doing?
Yeah, so you can DM me at the Holistic Healer Podcast on Instagram. Also, we email is lifespanners2100 at outlook.com, and then the YouTube channel is under Lifespanners. So those are three places you can find me.
Beautiful. I love the name Lifespanners. That's
Thank
nice.
you.
How'd you come up with that?
My partner and I came up with it.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice.
So we came up with that together. And so, yeah, it's kind of I always like the David Sinclair lifespan,
Yes.
but it's kind
I
of
have
like
that
it.
back here.
Oh, you do? Yeah. Such a
Yeah.
great book.
Yeah.
So I was kind of like all just being more like longevity focused now at this time in my life. It was like, oh, lifespanners. So yeah.
Yeah. Nice. I
Yeah.
love it.
Cool.
Cool. All right. Well, I will link everything that you mentioned down in the description box below, so everybody can go follow
Cool.
you and learn from you. And you've got some really great episodes and podcasts on
Yeah. I've got
your.
some amazing guests on.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's awesome. Again,
Sweet.
check the links down below, guys. And thanks again for watching. I appreciate you guys and your patience and just your interaction and sharing questions or asking questions. So
Yeah, thank you so much.
yes,
Thank you so much for having me on. This has been amazing. I really
my
appreciate it.
my pleasure. I hope we can do it again.
Okay, cool.
All
Have a
right.
great day, everybody.
Thank you, everybody. And always remember to follow your raw intuition.